Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Good morning, good people, and Happy New Year. This is LaShonda Johnson, your certified financial educator and also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance this morning on The Money Factor. And
good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. It's Tony Sanders, also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance and your licensed financial educator. We are super excited. Guess what? It is 2019, and we haven't seen y'all in about 2-3 weeks.
I know it's been a minute.
Man.
I hope you guys didn't forget about us.
No.
You know, we're the money source for financial education on Monday mornings.
Yes,
bright and early, 10 a.m. Share it with your friends. I'm telling you now, share the show right now. I'm not waiting until 15 minutes in the show to tell people to share the show.
You got to share it right now. You know what?
Right.
This is a great way to get your week started with
Yes.
the Houston Housewives of Finance here on the Money Factor and the Spear Podcast Network.
Yes.
But man, we got a lot to talk about.
We have so much to talk about. We ended on a good note in 2018, telling you guys, how to make sure you did the right thing with your budget and your finances. Right. But, hey, it is a new year.
It's a new day.
It is a new day, a new year.
I hear y'all talking about it's a new me, and I'm going to get my money together. I'm going to get my weight and my wealth and my health.
We say that every year.
Yes. But let me tell you something. If you're truly serious, hey, we have the solution for your financial resolutions.
Oh, I love it. Can you say that again, Tony?
Yes,
That's
honey.
so
We got the solution to your financial resolutions.
Yes,
because you know
indeed.
what? Everybody's always making financial resolutions, but we never stick to them.
Yeah, the average time people stick to their resolutions
2-3 months?
is 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Man, I was giving y'all
So
a little
a
time.
little month and a half.
Mhm.
It depends on how serious they are about it, how much real weight they say they want
Right.
to lose, or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, you're right. After 2 months, it's a thing of the past,
Right.
and people are, starting to waver in their personal commitments.
So in order to really do it right, especially when it comes to your finance, what's the first thing they should do, LaShonda?
You guys, you need a budget.
Hello.
Okay. We've talked about it. We've posted about it. You have to have a budget. You cannot start the new year without a plan. If you do, you plan on failing. Okay. So if you didn't do one in 2018, we need you to create a conviction about having a budget. You guys, the accountability for your finances is so very imperative. Why? Because, just some things that are going on right now around us in the news. What's happening right now, Tony?
Oh, my goodness. With the government shutdown, we are in our 3rd week. Are you kidding me? You have to have a budget, especially for those who are government employees. But you know what? LaShonda and I were just having a conversation. Oh, bunk all of that. Even if you're not a government employee, do you have a plan? If your company was to shut down, how prepared are you?
We know the answer to that because we're financial professionals and we see people. This is 2019 is my 10th year in business. This is going on your
my fifth year
in business.
Absolutely.
We see enough people to know that you guys don't have an emergency fund.
Wow.
Whether you work for the government, whether you work, I don't care where you work. we know that emergency funds are, just about non-existent.
Absolutely.
In fact, what are people saying that they're going to resort to when it comes to emergencies?
Their credit cards.
You guys, no. Absolutely not. No, don't do
Right,
that.
right.
Stop saying that. Credit cards are not for emergencies. You're supposed to build cash reserves for emergencies.
Absolutely.
And if you're not doing that and you sit down with us, we're going to address that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Especially now here at the beginning of the year. We're just in the seventh? Is this the 7th, 8th day of the year? Come on, you guys. Let's start it off right.
Yes.
We have to do a budget. You have to know exactly where your money is going and exactly what are your plans for your money?
Absolutely.
What are the plans that you have for your money?
You have to make plans for your. Well, let's get into this article because the article is going to talk about these things. And we love articles because the articles just solidify what we're already telling you guys.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you listen to us, sometimes you don't. You listen to this, whichever way you get it. Let's just jump into the article. So you want to start us off, Tony?
Absolutely. It says, what is budgeting and what is a budget? Well, budgeting is the process of creating a plan to spend your money. This spending plan is called a budget. Creating this spending plan allows you to determine the advance whether you will have enough money to do the things you need to do or would like to do. Let me just repeat that in that order. First, what you need to do, and then what you would like to do. If you don't have enough money to do everything you would like to do, then you can use a planning process to prioritize your spending and focus your money on the things that are most important to you. Why is budgeting so important? Well, since budgeting allows you to create a spending plan for your money, it ensures that you will always have enough money for the things that you need and the things that are important to you. Following a budget or a spending plan will also keep you out of debt and help you work your way out of debt if you're currently in debt. I like that. Simple.
Can you repeat that again?
Yes. So what it does is it's a plan to help you keep you out of debt or help you to work your way out of debt if you're currently in debt. And I like that because it's just as simple as that. We try to keep things very simple for you so that you can understand. It's as easy as that.
And you can apply it.
You can apply it.
I mean, it's not rocket science, The biggest thing here is your will. Your will to want to win in your finances.
I like that.
And not just, succumbing to bad behaviors.
I want to win.
I want to win.
I want to win
so bad.
You guys, let me tell you something. It's a new year, but it's a new day. And it's an opportunity for us all to win.
Yes.
For us all to win.
Yes, but you have to change. You cannot win if you keep doing the same things over and over again that have not resulted you any type of scenario of winning.
So that's a good question right there. What changes have you made?
You can actually respond in
yes,
the comments.
I'd like to know
what kind of changes have you made. We want to know what kind of changes you've made and what kind of changes do you plan to make. So the new year is a fresh start. It's a new beginning,
a clean slate.
Is there anything else in this article? Let's go back to this article, Tony.
Let's see. It says, what about budget forecasting and planning? Once you create your first budget, begin to use it and get a good feel of how it can keep your finances on track. You may want to map out your spending plan or budget for 6 months or a year down the road. By doing this, you can easily forecast within months of your finances may be tight and which you'll need extra money. You can then look for ways to even out the high and lows in your finances. So that things can be more manageable and pleasant. Let me make a suggestion here. I really suggest that don't go 6 months. Let's just start at least with a quarter, month to month, because if you've never done a budget and if you're not consistent with doing your budget, you're going to have to, take baby steps. I need you to crawl before you can walk.
Discipline problem.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's why you need to have more accountability more frequently than what's suggested here, because you're trying to develop a habit of discipline.
Absolutely.
And it's very, very easy to get off track and very, very easy to say, oh, I mean, I'm gonna readjust, you know, next week, next month, and
Right.
then before you know, you're 6-7 months into the year, and you haven't changed anything. You're just still doing the same things backwards.
And if that's you, if you're not a discipline point person, get in contact with the Houston Housewives of Finance. We'll be
Yes.
more than happy to coach you to greatness and when it comes to your finances. I just recently met with a gentleman, and he was like, you know what? I go to the gym. I need a trainer because I know I'm not disciplined enough.
Me too.
And he says, hey, it's the same thing with my finances. I need you to coach me because I know that I'm going to get off track. But if there's somebody there that's, you know, cracking the whip on me, I know that I can do it.
Accountability is what it's called,
Accountability.
and we need it in so many areas of our lives, especially when it comes to the topic of wealth and health, because it's so easy to stray.
It is so easy to
Because
stray.
nobody is holding you accountable.
Right.
I mean, and that accountability partner cannot be your spouse. Or, you know, someone that's friends with you and will not tell you the hard things. It has to be a third party.
Right. Somebody's going to tell you the truth.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, the truth hurts.
But, you know, we need to hurt.
We have to hurt.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
Okay, so let's go back to the article. Tony?
And it says extending the budget out of the future also allows you to forecast how much money you'll need and be able to save for important things like a vacation or a new vehicle or your first home or some home renovations, emergency savings account, and your retirement. Using a realistic budget to forecast your spending for the year can really help you with your long-term financial planning. You can make realistic assumptions about your annual income, expenses, and plan for long-term financial goals like starting your own business, buying and investing, or a recreation property or retiring. Man, those are all really good,
things.
really good things. Yes.
But the point of the matter is, whatever financial goals you're trying to set, you need a budget for them because you have to have an assignment for your dollars.
Absolutely.
Wasted dollars. I mean, no assignment on those dollars are wasted money. And we get into the habit of swiping and spending, and you'll nickel and dime yourself into a hole.
Right.
Every single month. So what you do is you keep digging a deeper and deeper hole, which makes it harder for you to recover from. And then when you sit down with Tony and I, then you want to know, why does it take? What I have to do? Why? Because you didn't do what you needed to do, or you weren't doing things properly. So you have to understand, this is you. This is your budget. This is your plan. This is for you. This is for your family. This is all about you.
Absolutely.
You know, we're just here to facilitate the process.
Absolutely. And I totally agree with that, because that's exactly what we hear is, you know, why do I have to do this? Why is it like
Why do
this?
I have to save so much?
Because of what you've done. Your past behavior has gotten you into the
Yes.
situation. So again, if you don't make some different changes, take away those bad habits from 2018, you're going to bring them right into 2019.
Right
and
on
and you
brand.
know what I kept telling people? I said, look, I see you guys posting, oh, you're going to do this with your finances. I want to be here. I want to do this. But if you don't change your behavior, you're going to make the same mistakes. You're going to be in the same position that you were in 2018. Unfortunately.
Well, fortunately, we're going to talk about our next sponsor, our first sponsor in the show today, and that is Elite Dental Wellness. And so, man, when it comes to the new year, you want to make sure that you shine bright like a diamond with your smile.
Honey.
So you need to check out Elite Dental Wellness, because their vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We're committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680. Yes. We're just in tune with each other today.
Today, honey. Today. But you know what? This is one of my favorite topics, because I think that not just at the beginning of the year, this is something that we should practice year round.
Yes.
And people tend to get off track. But look, it's just like GPS. When you get off and you're going the wrong direction,
it says redirecting.
Redirecting. So it's time for us to
Yes.
redirect ourselves.
New
And
Year gives us a chance to do that.
Yes. Honey, to just clean.
Yeah, and one of the things I want to say about a budget, you don't just make one out and say, this is my budget. You have to do a budget for every single month, you guys.
It
every
changes.
single month, because it changes. There's things that you have that, like, your car registration is not due every month.
Whether
have
you get
certain
your
responsibilities.
your oil changes.
Yes.
You have some debt that drops off.
Yep.
You pick up some debt.
Yes.
So yeah, a lot of things do change.
School time, vacation time, holiday time. There's just different things that you have to account for each month. So you have to have a budget for each month. And you should go into the first of your month already with your budget in tow. You don't wait till you get in the month and do the budget. So around the last 2-3 days of the month, so between the 27th and the 29th of the month, you should be working on your budget for the next month. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you don't want to make the mistake of not knowing where the dollars come in. So the first dollar that comes into your hands on the first of the month should already have an assignment.
It already has an assignment.
Yes, absolutely. So let's
All
go
right.
back to the article. Is there anything else in this article?
I think that's it on that one.
Okay, so we know that you guys like apps. Everybody likes apps. And this is the era of apps.
Yep.
So we've got the next article we're going to share with you is going to be the best budgeting and finance apps of 2019. Okay, so apps can help you easily monitor, save, and invest your money. Okay, our favorites include Mint, Acorn, and Albert. So these are some apps that you can take a look at. They're pretty popular, but you need something. Okay,
Absolutely.
Everyone wants to save and budget better, and tech world has taken notice, releasing a steady stream of apps and tools to lend a hand. We cited through these budgeting and saving services, selected the most. We sifted through, and then they selected the most helpful in a variety of categories. Whether you need something that actually pays your bills, or simply lets you know when your bank account is running dry, the solution is on the list. Many of these tools are free.
Yep,
Tony.
absolutely.
Which we love.
We love free.
We advocate free because we're trying to get you to save money.
Absolutely.
So we want you to check out things that are free. So let's go to the list and let's see what's on it. Let's see what we got. Okay. So best overall saving and budgeting apps is Mint and Acorns. Mint and Acorns are hands-off tools to help users save more and spend less, which is another one of our mottos.
Yes.
Save more, spend less. So Mint is offered to you through Intuit, and of course Acorns. So if you go after the show is over, you can go. Of course, if you're a subscriber, you're going to be able to go back and you can click on these links, and it'll take you straight to, or you can search them yourself. They're Googleable, and just push the button to get started. They're free. Okay, so Mint is free. The market leader is the market leader in budgeting management, syncs with user accounts to track spending. Okay. It's available on Apple and Android. Okay. Now Acorns automatically rounds up purchases, invests the change. So the cost is $1, $2, or $3 per month, but it's free for students. Okay. It's also available on Apple and Android devices. So it allows you to automatically save your change.
Yep. And I have Acorns. And
I have Acorns too.
Yeah. And one thing I do like about it is because, we used to have our purses, or guys have so much change in their pockets. And so instead of taking that change, absolutely. Now you get a chance to save those coins. But more importantly, if you're going to be one that swipes, then, hey, it takes out for you. It's
correct.
You're going to spend, but they're going to take some out as well for you.
And I like that it saves your coins with interest. If you save your coins in the big old jars and stuff, there's no interest being accumulated on that. Remember that, you guys. Remember that. Okay, so we are in that time. This show is just 15 minutes on Facebook Live, but the entire show will still be going on. We're on here for an hour. But you have to subscribe. So we need you to go do that right this moment, this second, right now. Go to the Sphere and subscribe, okay? When you're there, what we'd like for you to do is write a review. Okay, you can click on iTunes and SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Write a review on iTunes if you can with constructive feedback. We'd love to hear that from you. We need you to share this show, good people, okay? Because we don't know who you know. Some of the people you know I know, but I don't know everybody that you know. So we need you to share the show. Please do that. Share the show because we want to spread this information across the globe. We want everybody to be able to benefit from this information. So you have to share the show. Now, we provide this show to you completely complimentary. All you do is pay your cell phone provider to watch this on your cell phone, but you can go watch it on your computer. You don't have to pay. However, if you would like to donate to support our cause, there's an opportunity for you to do that there also when you go subscribe. You can click on the donate button, which allows you to donate one time, or you can become a regular donation patron. So either way, we'd like it or we'd love it. We'd like for you to go do it right now, okay? So the show is not ending, but you do need to subscribe to go back and watch the show in its entirety. So thank you for tuning in thus far on Facebook Live, and we need you to finish this show because we're not through talking about what we need to talk about. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
So let's go back to the
apps.
The apps.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got, Tony?
Let's see. It says, the Mint automatically updates and categorizes transactions, creating picture of spending in real time. That's pretty cool. It has been a gold standard for budgeting apps, and sometimes the company takes the top spot here for a few reasons. Of course, because of the automatic updates and categorizing transactions. And also, the users can add their own categories to track their bills, split ATM transactions into the purchases made in the cash, and set budget alerts to when to start to top out. The service also comes with a free credit score. Well, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
So you can keep up with all this stuff in one time, so you can keep up with your credit, you can keep up with your budget, you can keep up with your spending,
right?
All of that in one app.
That's really good.
Instead of bouncing around to these different apps
and trying to keep up with everything. That's really good, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Anything else on that article?
Acorns. Talking about Acorns isn't a budgeting app, but a saving tool, a savings tool. And by the way, you need that, okay? It helps users to save more money by automatically harvesting the change each time they swipe a linked card. So for instance, if a transaction adds to $1.50, Acorns rounds it up to $2 and sends that 50 cents into an investment portfolio. So this is called, what do we call it? Forced savings.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm looking for? What about our friend to the show, SpendDebt?
Yes. He's coming up with something if he hasn't already.
Yeah, it's already out there, and I'm just gonna really look it up really quick while you keep talking because I want people to understand that there's a lot of them out there.
There is so many opportunities for you to save. So forced savings is something that happens when something is automatically coming out. You don't have to do it. It moves you from being a passive, you could passively save because it's doing it for you. You're actively saving when you're making an effort to take monies and put it someplace. So this allows you to passively save more, okay, instead of lazy passive saving. Lazy passive saving means you just, I'm gonna save, but you never do. You never do.
Hey, I want you guys to check out SpendDebt, okay? So he's saying that this SpendDebt is a mobile application to help you pay off your student loans, and we know that you all have a lot of student loans, and that's keeping you from, creating wealth as well. So go check out SpendDebt is one of your apps as well.
Yes. So go and do that. We've had him on the show here. We're actually going to have him back because he said when he got this up and ready to go, we were going to do some alignments together. So I'm going to definitely reach out to him and get that done. So, okay. Now let's go back to the apps, best budgeting apps for hands-on users. Okay. You Need a Budget is robust software for the die-hard budgeter. Okay. So, there's a few things here that cost. You don't need that.
I just don't think you need it.
You don't need it.
And can I say something? I know there's a lot of great apps and things out there, but I think that's just taken away. And people are like, $6.99, that's not much. But that $6.99 could be added to something else. And there's so many free apps out there.
Well, you can see that adds up to $83.99 a year.
A year, absolutely.
if you put that someplace and it's getting 8% interest,
Hello, somebody.
okay. So
And let's just think about it, LaShonda. I'm old school. Hey, just write it down. I tell my clients to get a book, get a notebook. One side of it, I want you to write down everything that your bills, everything that you're gonna pay, and then bring in. Let me see what you're bringing in, and let's divide the two and see how much money you have left and how much. Because if you don't write it down, it's not plain to you. You can't see it. You've
Yes.
got to have this information somewhere that you can look at it. You can see it.
yeah, this it's in my head type thing.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Oh, I know
hear
how much
that a
I pay.
lot.
Or
I already know.
Or how about this one? Oh, I don't know how much I pay. Come on.
It just comes out.
Yeah.
Or I mean, even worse, I don't know how much I get paid.
Oh no.
I hear that
Wow.
because you ask people, let me see. Now I have to check my check stub. I know exactly
How much
what I'm
money I
getting
made.
paid. I mean, you should know. These are things you should know, you guys. You got to know what you have, what it's doing, what it's not
Girl,
doing.
they don't know how much money they make.
Yeah, I've had people say that to me.
Wow.
Professional people.
Is it because everything is automated and they have it automatically put into
Well, it
their
just
account?
goes in my direct deposit. I don't care. I'm still gonna know what I'm getting direct deposit for.
Yeah, I need to know how much
and
money.
the amount.
Right. I need
So-
to know. I tell people all the time, you must know your numbers. I don't care what number that is.
You have to.
You have to know your numbers. Open your statements. You guys, you don't open your statements. You don't read your mail. You have to take accountability for your future. And, it starts right here with a budget, whether you decide to get an app or whether you decide to go old school and just write it down on a piece of paper. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And let me add now
Mhm.
to it.
Right.
Today, don't keep belaboring this.
Wow.
Because before you know, we'll be out of January into February. Everything's just moving
It's
so
so
fast. Life is
fast.
happening in clicks. Click, 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 click.
And so is these ads. This portion of the show is being sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting a business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with a strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
Boom. Okay.
I was looking for, what's our little other one? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I like them all.
Yeah.
Yes.
The things that are happening here at the Sphere is fire.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to 2019. We're going to be doing some things different.
I
to
just-
spice it up a little bit.
I just
Let's
love
throw
the
some hot
growth that
sauce on it.
You see the growth that we've had and the growth that the podcast, the actual Sphere Podcast Network, along with all of our other brothers and sisters and their shows,
Yes.
man, it has grown
Phenomenal.
quite a
Phenomenal.
bit, man.
Yeah, we've
Shout
been
out to
around
Gary
since the-
Lee.
Yes, we've been around since the inception, so we've been able to witness everything unfold, and it's just like,
Right.
wow.
Yeah.
Talk about execution.
You talking about having a plan? Hello.
Yes. It's a serious.
Yes.
He's a person that has a plan and executes.
And
that's what we
executes it.
want for
Mhm.
you guys. Have a plan and execute. So if you haven't sat down and done your budget and your personal financial strategy for this year, you've got to give us a call.
Absolutely.
You can reach us at 1-844-700-4463. You can also text. You can text Ask HHOF. That's all one word, ASKHHOF to 31996. And we will get that and we'll reach out to you. Okay. The other thing you can go do is visit our website. That's hhofinance.com. And man, you can go right there and schedule an appointment free.
Yes.
Okay. Annual review, which we're going to talk about here in a second. You can schedule that there. Personal financial strategy session. In the personal financial strategy session is when we actually help you to come up with your budget, to chart out a plan of action for your budget. So that's what you need, a strategy session. You need a strategy if you're going to make things happen.
Absolutely.
I don't know anybody that tackles anything important in life without some type of strategy or
Have a
plan.
strategy or have a plan.
You've got to have that. So you can do that. Of course, you can reach me at LaShonda J at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. And
you can reach me, Tony S, at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. Don't forget about us on social media.
Yes.
Of course, we're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Meetup. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook, of course, as the Houston Housewives of Finance
Official.
If it doesn't say official,
It's not us.
So stop liking that old page.
oh my gosh.
Can't get any new information
Information
that we
on
put out.
there. I know. You can scroll through there and see the things we've done over the past. This is our fourth year? 16, 15, 16.
I don't even know.
Third
but,
year, somewhere like that.
Yes.
So, I mean, but relevant things to today, you need
Yeah.
to like the right page.
Like
people.
the right page.
Please do.
Yeah,
Please do.
absolutely.
And then please go follow us on Instagram. You know, we do have an Instagram account, a Twitter account. Like Tony says, we're on everything.
Yeah, you can just
So,
Google us.
yeah.
Man, I Googled us one day and I was like,
like,
wow.
wow. I
I forgot about this. So you can see the things
Yeah.
that we've done in our past. You can see some things that are coming up, especially on our calendar here on our website. It'll keep you
Yes.
up to date of everything that we have, coming up.
Yes.
Speaking of coming up.
Yes, I will be posting it today on our
Yes.
website, but it is on our Facebook page. We have a vision board. Our 2019 vision board party is happening January the 20th, 3 to 5 p.m. Man, it is going to be really cool. Okay. So
Right.
when we've done this before, we've had
We've
tons
had
of fun.
so much fun.
Yeah, but you got to document what you got to have in living color what you want to do for
Yeah.
2019. Put it on a
Right.
board, follow it. You can circle the things that you achieve. But, you guys, we got to get in the habit of putting our goals somewhere where we can physically see
We can
them.
see them. Mhm.
We need reminders of why we're here, reminders of what we're working for, reminders of what we're saving for, reminders of what our future is going to look like. We need to do that. And then we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So make sure you put that on your calendar, January the 20th. At 3 o'clock p.m. That's a Sunday afternoon. So after you get through with church and the fam, come on over and hang out with your Housewives of Finance fam. Okay. And the address is 11111. That's 51 Suite 100, Houston, Texas 77079.
Yes.
So make sure you come out. Okay.
Yeah.
But before that,
I'm
there's
telling you,
workshops.
That's what I'm saying. Speaking of coming out, come
Yeah.
out to our workshops. That's the most important thing. You say you want to change your 2019 and make it better. Well, let's start with some financial literacy workshops, something they can use. Remember, we're on our campaign to educate 1 million
Yes.
families by the year of 2020, and we want you to be a part of that. We're just not in Houston and in Texas and surrounding areas. We're all across the U.S., including Canada. So on Tuesdays, you can come out to our Northwest location, which is at 13831 Northwest Freeway, Suite 215. That's Houston, Texas 77040. Not to worry, the freeway is clear and it's good to go. They've done a lot of construction over there, and I know people hate 290, but look, just come out. It's worth your time to come out to Tidwell and 290 to get educated and bring your family. Okay, I truly believe that a family that stays together and they educate together and they pray together, they're going to have much success in their legacy and building generational wealth. So I hope to see you on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and on Saturdays at 10 a.m.
If that doesn't work for you, you can come out on Wednesdays. You can come out to West Houston. Those of you who are in Katy, Spring Branch, the Energy Corridor, Heights, okay? Come on out and see us at the West Houston location, which is 11111. That's 51 Suite 100. And that's Houston, Texas 77079. We're there on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. and also Saturdays at 10 a.m. Okay. And I know both of the locations that we mentioned. Check us out, follow us, so you can understand when we're having our lunch and learns. Okay. Those have been very successful. These are for people who are close to our offices who can jump over. We provide free lunch, but you get a lot of learning.
Absolutely.
Financial learning in. Okay. And if either one of these locations doesn't work for you, we've got one in Pearland. Okay, so you can go out to Pearland. The address there is 11233 Shadow Creek Parkway, and that's Suite 255, and that is Pearland, Texas 77584. They have an overview on Monday and a workshop on Thursdays. Okay, none of these work for you, then you have to call us 1-844-700-4463. We will point you in the direction of a workshop nearest you. These workshops are taking place all over the U.S. and also in Canada. Okay, so no excuses.
Right.
2019 is not the year of excuses.
goodness, no more.
This is the year of action and change. Okay,
That's exactly what's needed.
action and change. Okay, speaking of action and change, you need to make sure that if you do have a financial plan, that you don't put one in place and forget about it. Don't forget about it. Okay,
Wow.
you've got to have an annual review. So this next article we're going to talk about is talking about the importance of having an annual financial review. Why personal financial review is essential and how you should do it in 2018. And this is said 2018. I chose this because I like the points.
Okay.
So it
applies.
It applies to every year. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. We'll get started with steps to do personal financial review this year. And it's the first month of the year. Now, just insert 2019 in there. It's time to plan for the year. The first steps of planning is reviewing your current situation.
Hello, where
You know
are
how
you?
people post, this is my current situation. You need to know your current situation in your finances. I always recommend everybody to review the key areas of life once a year. Okay, whether it's annual health checkup or annual personal financial review, it must be done regularly. Okay, we must reflect on our actions. I mean, we were talking about actions. We just said that. So we should know what went wrong and what went right and what needs improvement. In this particular article, so we're going to just scroll through here and talk about these things. So let's talk about number one, Tony.
It says deposit tax savings proofs to your HR department. Depositing investment proofs to your HR is important to avoid salary cut in subsequent months. Below is a list of some of the proofs which you have to. What is that? Where am I?
Below is a list of some of the proofs which you have to correlate.
Correlate.
Yes. Correlate current financial year receipts of all your life insurance and health insurance premiums. Also correlate the receipts of the previous financial year, which are due for payment until March this year.
I don't know.
So-
I just lost my
So-
train.
Ask your landlord for rent receipts. You know, a lot of people don't do that, but nowadays you pay online. I know I pay online.
Everything is paid
so
online.
you should have a transaction of that. Okay, paying of the landlords is mandatory for annual rents above RS1 LAC. RS1 LAC. You may have to ask that. You may have to ask that depending on your rent. So this applies if you're going to. When you're doing your annual review, you need to know the increases for your rent. Yes. So update your public providence fund. Okay. Passbook with entries of the current financial year. Correlate provisional certificates for your home loan, for your bank. You know, it will tell you the interest amount. And so these things are important because these are things we pay.
Right.
But sometimes they're
We
embedded.
don't even take note of that because I'm thinking,
No.
wow, I didn't even take note
Yep.
of that myself, and I'm thinking, okay, wow, I didn't add that.
And so it says it will tell you the interest amount on the principal amount which is expected to be paid in the current financial year. So if you're a person that is trying to pay your mortgage ahead, then it's important that you know these things so you can understand what you need to how much your money is being applied towards principal and how much is actually being applied towards
the interest.
That changes every year because
You've paid
paid
extra.
something the year before.
Wow. Now that's a good one because, a lot of people, including myself, wanting to pay off my home and paying more towards the principal, but now the numbers will change.
It's going to change every year because your home, as you're paying on your home, you're creating an equity situation, and you're also paying down. But if you just bought the home, there are some differences because most of the money is going towards the interest. But if you want to apply more towards your principal, these are some conversations. Put it in your budget, have some conversations with your mortgage company, and sit down and allocate it right.
Well, this portion of the show is being sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop Dope Gear at KOGpassion.com. That's using the coupon code DOPE, D-O-P-E, exclamation point, for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
I see what you're saying.
I see what you're saying. So,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, and and in Houston, you need a t-shirt and a hoodie because last week it was cold. This week it's hot.
Man, I mean, really? I'm serious.
I woke
It's
up,
like-
I was like, is it me or is it just hot?
I mean, so, okay, either that or you need to make sure you have your doc on speed dial for when you get all these allergies and
Yes.
colds and stuff because you just never know.
You never know the weather.
You
But
just
check
don't
out
know what it's
KOG
gonna
and
be.
Company.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's go back to this article because it's a really good one. Okay, number 2.
It says saving for 80C of Income Tax Act. While doing the above exercise, you can also check if you have achieved your 80C requirements for the for the current financial year. If you do not check the options where you can invest and do the investment timely, last investments in March end may place you in a lower return vehicle. There are many instruments which you can explore while doing your personal financial review. In 2019, some are the Public Provident Fund, the PPF, the principal amount is paid under the home loan, the National Pension Scheme, the tax saving mutual funds called Equity Line Savings Schemes, the ELSS, and life insurance policies. Check the ELSS funds performance. You can check it on moneycontrol.com. Or you can check it at valueresearchonline.com. Check life insurance policies comparison with at www.policybazaar.com or the bankbazaarinsurance.com.
So what I want to say about this one, you guys, is I am going to say that you need to sit down with a financial professional to make sure you are choosing the right investments that are suitable and affordable for you. Okay, you need to understand what's going on. The market is really doing some crazy things right now.
Oh my goodness!
It's swinging. It's just swinging. So you need to make sure you sit down with a financial professional to make sure that you're selecting things that's suitable and affordable for you. You understand your risk tolerance. You understand the risk that's involved for you. And you also understand how these things work. That's why we're talking to you about coming to workshops, because you need to be a proactive participant in these things. If you're reading this and going like, what the heck? Come to the workshops.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to number 3. So number 3 is making financial plans. Duh. Okay. So a new year is the best time for your financial planning as you align your tax savings investments with your long-term goals. Make your goals now and give a timeline and monetary value to that, okay? Apply an annual inflation rate to this and increase the target amount accordingly. I love that because people don't
think
consider
about inflation.
I just had a long conversation with 2 clients last week who I encouraged them, it's time for you to give yourself a raise in your savings because you're still saving And inflation is also eating away at what
Right.
you're saving. So you
Right.
have to accommodate for inflation. We actually went out and did a calculator online that showed them, because people have in their head, I'm not going to need that much. No, we just looked up something for this particular client was needing Tony about they thought they needed about $500,000 to retire. So I said, okay, you're retiring in the next 25 years. Let me show you what you're going to need to have to be equivalent to the value of $500,000 today. It was $140,000. I mean, it was $140,000 more to account for inflation.
Right.
So we're not factoring that in, and you have to factor that in because the value of the dollar is going to decrease.
Yeah, the money you're saving today will not have the same purchasing power later on.
No.
But one thing that is true that I see a lot of clients do, they're saving money, but they're not saving enough money, and they never give themselves a raise.
Exactly.
You cannot continue to save $100 or $200 per pay period and never increase it and expect to keep up with inflation and taxes for that matter.
No. I mean, also, too, we've given this rule before, but it's the 10-20 rule. And so it's 10 times your income for protection, proper protection, and also 20 times your income for retirement.
Right.
But here's the thing. When we're talking about retirement, your income today is, I hope you don't expect that to be your income forever. You have to account for increases in your income.
Absolutely. And
So
again, that's just having a personal financial strategy so that you can, really learn the rules of the game.
Yes.
And really have someone else with the knowledge
To help guide you.
To help guide you, because you guys aren't thinking about some of the things that you really need to be planning for. And what I hear is, man, I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that. Well, you don't want to get to retirement and say, man, I didn't think about
didn't
that.
think
You're
about
already
it.
there. So that's why annual review is so important, because a financial professional will look over those things with you, Tony and I, and help you to understand, okay, this is what we did last year. This is the goal for this year. Okay, let's see if we're on track based on what we were going to do last year. Let's look at your returns. Let's look at anything that's been lost. Let's take a look at everything. Annual review, just like you get an annual checkup for the doctor.
Right.
You need an annual checkup on your finances. So let's go back to the article number 4, Tony.
Before we go on with that, though, I want people to understand, though, the biggest problem that we have, that you are not transparent. You're not transparent with yourself, and you're not transparent with us. That's the only way we could really help. So everything that we're reading,
I am so
all
glad you
the
brought that
information
up.
that
I'm
we're
so
bringing,
glad you brought that up,
you can't help them.
because if you're not being transparent, I just had this conversation with someone yesterday.
Right.
And it's like, it's like, man, if you have a plan, but you've not been honest,
Hello.
then that plan is already not going to work.
I just experienced that, and so that's what I want people to understand, that
It's null and void.
I can't help you. I can't work with something that's not, the truth, that's not 100, and if you really, really seek to get the help, put it all on the line. What do you have to lose?
Yes, and the thing is, too, I want you guys to understand, as being financial professionals and in a role of fiduciary responsibility, there's confidentiality
Absolutely.
that we do adhere to, that we're required to adhere to. So your business is not going to be strewn all over the place, and sometimes you guys see me post things about my clients. Those clients have given me the permission to post, and I don't post their personal things. I just say that they're a wealth builder, a little bit about them, but your personal information is your personal information. And then there are also privacy laws.
Absolutely.
So it protects you in your transparency. But if you're going to get help, you've got to be transparent. Just like you go to the doctor, you can't hide things from your doctor.
Baby, you cannot hide.
No, they can't help you if
They
you
cannot
don't
help you.
disclose the truth or tell them exactly what's going on.
So I really felt that we
glad you brought that up.
needed to bring that out, because
it's a very good
that's
point.
a lot. We see that quite a bit, and I want you guys to really get the help that you need and that you desire. But you have to be true to yourself, so you have to be transparent and just lay it out on the line.
Yeah, because I find myself saying to clients, I thought you said.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Or I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, no, this
This doesn't add up.
This.
Okay, so this is what you have coming in, you said, and this is what you have going out. How is this happening? Oh, I forgot to add this,
Right.
or no, I do. Actually, I have this. So let me put that in.
Right. And
Can you put in everything?
you're not hurting anybody but
But
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
really not hurting anybody but yourself. So I just wanted to
Yes.
throw that in there.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's a very valid point. Okay, let's go to number 4.
Monthly savings. It says one of the essential steps in financial reviews is make a monthly investment plan and decide how you will achieve your financial goals. Choose an excellent financial instrument like a mutual fund or investment regularly through a systematic investment plan. Don't wait for the market to correct or come down. For long-term investments, the market is always correct. You can start your SIPs with the long-term goals by investing in some balanced funds. Balanced funds invest in a mix of equity and debt instruments. Equity part investments in stocks and part investments is fixed income investments like bonds.
We're going to disclaimer that again.
Yes, and what I would say is please get with a financial professional like LaShonda or myself so that we can help you with the best thing that's for you. There's a lot of different options out there, but if you never sit with a financial professional, you don't know what's available to you, and you don't know what's best for you. Stop listening to your friends and your
gosh.
family,
Your coworker.
your coworkers who have no clue about their own financial situation, let alone to give advice.
TV.
Hello. And then again, social media is just like that. It's more like a reality TV show sometimes. But get some real help. Seek someone who could really help you and change your life financially in 2019. But you got to be transparent.
Absolutely.
And you gotta be
another
ready.
thing,
Are you ready?
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you brought that up. Because
Are you
some
ready?
of you guys, you just want to have a conversation. You're not really ready to take the step. You need to be ready to take the step. When you're ready to take the step, then when you sit down with a professional, because just know this, when you sit down with a professional, they're going to be ready to help you take steps. Our goal is to help you to be actively pursuing these things, not just talking about them. Just like if you go to the doctor, if it's something wrong, they're going to send you immediately to take tests, and they're going to immediately address it.
Prescribe
So,
something for you
exactly.
to take.
They're going to put a treatment plan in place immediately.
Right.
And that's what we do. We put a financial plan in place immediately. So the question is, are you ready?
Right.
Okay. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to do things differently? So you have to ask yourself that question, because we're going to definitely be asking you that question.
Are you ready?
Yes. And it was something else I wanted to say. I can't remember. But anyway. Anyway.
What's the next one?
Let's see. Annual review.
Our
Whoop,
favorite.
whoop. We just said this. Make a record of your earlier investments and review if they're performing as expected. If they're not functioning right, shift to the right ones. You guys, take control of your future. If you're not getting a review, then you're missing out on the opportunity to move. That's the whole point of a review. If things are not working out as they should, then you have an opportunity to shift some things around. You need to check if the sum incurred in your life insurance and health insurance policies are sufficient or not. Hello, proper protection. An annual personal financial review helps you to become back on track. Yes, because it's possible to get off.
It is. It's very possible.
But if you get off, you still need to jump back on.
Jump back on.
Okay, you've got to get back on track. You've got to stay on track, because your future is important.
Very.
Okay.
Very important.
Number 6, Tony.
Number 6 is assigning a nominee. While doing an annual assessment of an investment document, don't forget to check the nomination details. Nominee details available in the investment always help an individual's family in case of uncertainty. You can approach the service provider of a nominee details need to be updated. Yes.
Okay, that's the same thing as the beneficiary.
Beneficiary,
okay?
absolutely.
Who's going to receive? I mean, and then the other thing too is those of you on a business, you need a succession plan. You know, so this is so very important, because when it says dated. Maybe you weren't married. Now you're married. Or maybe you were married. Now you're divorced. Maybe you didn't have kids, but now you have kids. You know, maybe your beneficiary is no longer living. That's one. You know, because a lot of people tend to make their parents beneficiaries, their parents, pass away,
Right.
and they didn't change
They
it.
never changed
They
it.
never changed it.
Right. That's a
Yes.
good one.
Okay. What else we got there? Number 7, check your debts. List down your loans and credit card bills. It's good to have credit cards and loans if you're using them wisely. Let me say that again. If you're using them wisely. You don't know what wisely is, you've got to sit down with us, okay? Paying the credit card bill on time and avoiding falling into debt trap is the strategy to use them. Please note that CBIL Credit Information Bureau India Limited is keeping an eye on your credit paying pattern. If you pay your dues timely, CBIL score will ease your path of taking a loan in the future. Make sure all your pending dues are clear and you have planned judiciously for other loans. Your personal financial review will not be useful if you are not able to manage your debts.
Wow.
How is it? It won't work.
Well, let me say this, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but last week on the news, even the credit system is changing. So you have to make sure that you look into that. So it's not just going to be about your score. It's not just going to be on the credit and how you pay. They're going to take other things into consideration for your credit score now. Everything is changing.
You guys need to get educated. That's what I'm saying.
Everything is changing.
You cannot afford not to have your ear and eyes, in this industry, finding out what it's all about, how to make sure it's applicable. You're winning. You got to win.
Absolutely.
This is a serious game, but it's not a game for play. It's a for real game. And you are in it because by virtue of earning income and needing to plan for your future, for health care, insurance, retirement, college planning, emergency funds, debt management, it's putting you in the game, and you're a serious player, especially if you are an employed player.
Absolutely.
Or business owning player. Okay, so we've got to make sure that we do the right things with our money, and unfortunately it's not anyone else's responsibility, because I say unfortunately because we always want to make it somebody else's responsibility. It's your responsibility. Okay,
Absolutely. Anything else? Make a budget. All right.
You don't say.
Yeah, you should be clear on what all of your expenses you make every month or every year. Unnecessary expenses can be traced and reduced. There are many mobile applications, which we showed you, available in the mobile Play Store, like MoneyView, ET Money, and Walnut Money Manager. These apps help you to manage your expenses by automatically reading your spending. Wow. And your SMS and your categories and categorizing them. You can edit the auto entries and also add your cash spending. New parents can read our article on budgeting. I like that. I mean, because that's all of the show is about. You have to have a budget.
You have to have a budget.
You have to have a
budget. And then
budget.
it says tour planning, number 9. Let's take a look at that. So if you want to go for a tour during summer holidays of your kids, you need to start planning for the same in advance. Okay, we talk about this. When you sit down with either us, Tony or myself, we talk about making sure you have planning for vacations. Okay, they call it touring. Okay, so for lack of time, we're going to jump down to number 10, which is make a calendar. Okay, mark important dates, months in your yearly calendar. The date should include annual fees for school, vacationing, property tax, maintenance bill, insurance payment deadlines, and increment receiving dates, yearly celebrations like birthdays and anniversaries. Mark your calendar and plan accordingly, okay? And then the last one is, Tony?
What is that? Adhere linking?
Yes.
It says this year, government has given March 31st, that was last year, the date to adhere linking with your various services. Some of the services where you need to link your adhere, PAN, bank accounts, insurance policies, and provident funds and mutual funds. Check the emails and SMS for the service providers and link wherever necessary.
Yes, we have a Transit Alpha for that, where you can link all of your accounts.
Oh yeah, just a
Yes.
linking. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, definitely get with us about that. So
Yeah.
I have the Trans Alpha, and you're able to link all your accounts
You
together.
can put
So
all of it together so you can
have
be able
everything
to
in one
keep
hand.
up with what's going on. That's very important because especially your retirement accounts, your insurance and all of that, you can see it in one place. It helps you to manage it more easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If it's all over the place,
You got to go
You're
here.
all over the place.
Oh, let me look for. I've had people say, "Oh, give me a minute. I need to find my policy." And if you have
they say,
everything
give me a
already
minute,
together,
and then they
don't have
belabor
it.
making their appointment because they don't
Yeah.
have their stuff
they
together.
don't have it.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have it.
Okay, so that's all we have time for today. So, of course, next week we're going to have more information about building your financial foundation. We didn't get a chance to get to that today. But, hey, guess what? We got a whole 2019 to chat with you guys on Mondays. So just put this on your calendar. 10 a.m., time well spent with the Houston Housewives of Finance official on the Money Factor and the Spirit Podcast Network. Just set yourself an alarm to just watch us every Monday morning at 10 a.m. And I hope you subscribe so you can go back and watch the show in its entirety.
Yes, and
So-
like and share it. Make sure that you tell your family and your
Please.
friends about us as well.
Yes, absolutely. Go like our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, like us on Twitter and LinkedIn, and follow us. Actually follow us, and then please schedule your appointment, people. We do not want you to get too deep into 2019 without a plan, a budget, a review, and a plan to go forward. So we look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place, right here on The Sphere. Okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.